Hey, good morning, Cornerstone. Happy Monday to you. It is good to be with you. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for checking out church yesterday. If you haven't yet, make sure you go back and find that YouTube video and watch it. Invite somebody to watch with you, or maybe host a watch party on Facebook and invite some of your friends to watch along with you. We're in Luke chapter 15 today. When I was a kid, after church at night, we would just be waiting and waiting and waiting, longing for the service to end. You'd sing forever, and then the pastor would preach forever. Well, it seemed like forever when you were a kid. And then as soon as he said the final prayer and did the altar call, invited people to come up, my parents would go forward and we would run out the back door and go play hide and go seek for the next hour, running around outside, fooling around and making a whole lot of noise. We loved playing hide and go seek. We had a long list of rules. There was safe spots, there was no-go zones, and we loved that hide and go seek. There's something about playing that game. You don't want to get caught. We're going to be looking at hide and go seek in the Bible, Luke chapter 15. Something that maybe we tend to do with God. God is looking for us. God is passionate. God is looking to find us in the middle of our lostness. So Jesus shares three parables in the book of Luke chapter 15. There's a parable of lost sheep, where a shepherd goes out and looks for this sheep that he had that is now lost. There's a parable of a lost coin, where a woman is turning her house upside down looking for this lost coin. And then a parable of a lost son, about a father who loses his son, who goes into the world and disappears with all of his money. In each of these parables, the things are found. The lost sheep is found, and the shepherd says he joyfully receives it back. He puts it on his shoulders. The parable of the lost coin, when the woman finds it, it's just a coin, but she throws this massive party. And when the son is found, the father is waiting every day at the edge of his property, looking and longing for his son to come home. And when he sees his son, he runs to him, and they throw this massive party over the son coming home. And now, I've preached this, and I've always thought about this passage this way, that God is looking for lost things and God is looking for lost people. But this has got nothing to do with people who are like sinners. This is not people who have never been in the family of God. This is a sheep that the shepherd had in his possession. It's a coin that belonged to the woman. This is a son that used to live in his father's home and had left. This is a story of encouragement and blessing for people who have wandered from their faith. Many of us have spent time in the wilderness. Maybe you grew up in church, or maybe you went to Sunday school. You had a grandmother that told you Bible stories. And maybe at one time you might have said the sinner's prayer. You might have asked Jesus to come into your heart, but walked away for whatever reason. This story is blessing and encouragement for you, that God is pursuing you and always chasing you down. There's nowhere you can go where God can't find you. There's no sin you can commit that God won't love you anymore. Now, this is a great encouragement and blessing, too, for those of you that have family members who have walked away from God. Maybe it's a child, maybe it's a spouse who used to serve Jesus, but now, for whatever reason, is far away. God is passionate, and God longs for these people to be found, and he's out looking and he's searching. And believe you me, there's going to be a big party thrown in heaven when those lost sheep, when those lost sons and lost coins return home. Maybe today you are that lost sheep, you're that lost coin, and you can rejoice on your own for all that God has done in your life, how he's restored you to fellowship and done great things in you. Oh, God's grace is awesome. God's grace is great. Don't grow weary in praying for those who are far from God. It is his desire that they'd be saved. God bless you today, Cornerstone.